in this episode than in the whole of season 1. Filming, I made the fatal error this year of going into the writer's room and saying, what do you think Rick's breaking point is? Well, that's the worst thing I could have said. We find out this season, it's been brutal, it's been intense, it's been The Walking Dead, it's been full of love, it's been full of, you know, the character development this season. I think because we jump forward in time, you meet this group of people and they have evolved beyond all recognition. Certainly this guy here. Chandler Riggs is killing it in every sense of the word this season.
I think it's so sad for people in the first episode, especially what happened last year and what happened with Dale and how you felt responsible. So like just seeing in the first episode, like blam, no regrets at all. Is Carl turning into an awesome killing machine?
It's really cool for me to play more of a dark character because it's like playing two. What are you doing? It's like playing two different characters. You know, from season 1 to season 3, you can definitely see the changes. You know, from that, and it's really so much fun. And I mean, like Andy was saying, you know, it's just the group is one now. You know, it's almost a telepathic thing. There was no dialogue in that, as you can see, and so it's really cool. You know, because it was just you get to see this kid, you know, trying to adapt to this world, and he's successfully done that, you know, and it's been tough for him, you know, getting past everything, you know, that he's had to go through, and it's just been so much fun, and I get to work with these amazing actors as well. You know. We have writer Robert Kirkman, and we have an amazing producer, Galen Hurd, like that. So it's just awesome.
For getting on a motorcycle, for God's sake. Come on.
It's a cool motorcycle. But hey, can I do something real quick?
Yes, you should.
Where's Mingus? My son Mingus is here. He's right here. But today is Mingus's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mrs. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear. Mingus is 13 today, is that not correct? Ladies, that means he's a man today. Seriously, don't attack him. So, what's going to happen with Daryl? I mean, what do you see developing?
Well, I mean, I think he would do anything to help keep these people alive, but, you know, he's been away from, you know, the enforcement of his big brother over there, so... I mean, they're both always looking for each other, and they love each other in this messed up way, but, I think he's, you know, he feels value in these people relying on him, and I think this is his new family, and I think he'd do anything to keep them alive, and he's more sensitive and he's more aggressive at the same time.
Well, he's a survivor. I mean, like, even kind of growing up in what you assume is his family life, it's kind of hostile redneck environment, which goes without saying. But and then just adapting and survival instincts. I mean, like, he's kind of the heart of the group in a way.
Well, I mean, I think Rick is sort of becoming the brother that he lost, you know, in the world. And, are you blushing? I'm embarrassed, yeah. And we have he and I look at each other sometimes and I'll go, love you. And his response is, fuck you.
I think everyone was I think the number one question we had in the first 2 seasons of Walking Dead, and certainly our first season of Talking Dead, is when is Michonne gonna get?
Yeah!
Where the Michonne and you kicked so much ass in this episode. What is it like for you coming into this like established cast story show? How do you feel?
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you come out, you look at this. I mean, this is like totally the icing on the cake. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the sort of stuff that the show brings. You know, it's an amazing thing to step into. It's such an excellent product as is. You know, and so getting to be a part of it was really, it's kind of been a thrilling thrill ride for me. So yeah, I've been having a really, really great time. It's been an intense, brutal joy. So I'm having a blast.
I think next year you're going to see.
No, I'm not from Brooklyn. But I love it. If I move back to New York, that's where I'm moving to.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you, sometimes people just shut up the city they're from for no reason. Memphis! Like but I think next year it's gonna figure out you're gonna start to see more and more Michonne cosplay. You know, she's such a strong character. She's another like Daryl, like just such a survivor. You know, what do you think her path was by the time we see her in the show?
I think she's been through some stuff where, you know, it's really kind of that, I think the moment that people go through when they're actually become survivors, right? I think of Michonne as a bit of a thriver, you know, getting from pre-apocalyptic world to post-apocalyptic world. Whatever happens there is something where it's like you do or you die. And I think her choice to do, it was like very intense, powerful choice that, you know, allowed her to kind of recreate herself into a formidable force in this realm, you know, and one that just is not going down without a fight and is going to figure out how to actually make the realm work in her favor, or at least, you know, make sure she's ahead of the game. She's always thinking 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. You know, and that's kind of really thrilling to get to step into. So, you know, she's an intense chick.
Not just not just Michonne cosplay, but I think you'll see Michonne cosplay with the pets, like dragging the pets behind. What do you see?
Oh, I have a pet. Hey.
You're not supposed to wave your arms.
Gotta cut off the arms, by the way.
That guy's such a fan. He had his lower jaw removed. What do you think the role of the pets is? What do you see them as?
I think there's a lot of things. I mean, we'll get into that as we go through, you know, getting to know Michonne. But I think, you know, me, Danai, like, I think that is so masterful on her part because she figures out that, you know, firstly, zombies are the lesser, you know, living form, non-living living form, and she figures out how to use them to her advantage. You know, I mean, like, she's smarter, so I'm going to use them to my advantage and take off their jaws. You can't bite me, take off their arms, and I'm going to make them my pack mules, and I'm going to make them pets I don't even have to pet or feed. So, you know, she's just really smart, you know, and strategic. So from Danai's perspective, I'm like, that's just really smart, you know, like capitalize on them. Make use of them. They're not as smart as you. Come see me out.
I'm warning you, you don't want to say that because I was going to take you up on that. She told me to leave her.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. People love Merle.
Hey, guys.
What is it, you know, I think a lot of people, like, if you lived in that world, you'd be like, Merle's a jerk, but people love Merle. What do you think it is, the essential quality about Merle?
What do you mean? What do you mean? You would think Merle's a jerk?
Oh, I think
I think if you lived in that world, you would think I'm gonna hang out behind this guy.
yeah. And And so what, well, you can't say anything about anything though. So
I can say a lot of stuff. Go ahead and ask me a question.
say something that you know you're allowed to say.
I'm a tough asshole. I'm all about love and peace now.
He says with a sneer. We're going to be able to take some questions in minutes if you guys want to line up.
I really like the web series that you guys released between seasons. I was just curious if you end up doing a third one, have there been discussions about doing a story that's maybe running concurrently with what's happening on the series, like it would be released as the season's airing?
Because those are produced separately, we try to keep those as separate vignettes, something that teases the world and gets people excited about the return of The Walking Dead, but doesn't necessarily steal story from the actual show. And we like that those are their own separate thing. I think they turned out pretty cool. So,
Greg Nicotero for
Yes.
won an Emmy for writing episodes, and not only has he directed them, but he's directed 3 episodes this season of the show.
Yeah. The television show on completely separate production paths as well.
yeah. I mean, the comic runs, yeah.
Yeah, so, no. Sorry.
There's a comic, you should all buy it.
Greg's got a full-time job on the show.
Yeah.
He has to do that in the off-season.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's. Oh, even younger children. Is there a toddler or a fetus? Sure. Yeah, let's call them actors. If you could what?
Have a second choice as your pickup weapon.
Oh, okay.
Flamethrower.
I said that last year.
Thank you very much. I'm British.
Maybe the Lancer for any Gears of War fans out there. The Lancer is a machine gun with a chainsaw.
Been doing this all season to me.
What about you, Norm? You totally have a shot with that girl.
Bazooka, maybe? Something loud.
Something loud? You're asking to not know what I'm doing.
Wrong panel. Wrong panel.
Maybe something like that.
No, you have the perfect weapon in my
Yeah, I
opinion.
just can't think of a better one, honestly. It's just like, more katana. Maybe second backup to katana.
I have a pen. That's right. Yeah, I have a pen. Oh, my God.
Yes, Chuck Norris would be an amazing weapon. What do you think? What do you think, Rick?
About what?
What weapon do you want? Oh, you're in. Here's a weapon too. Yeah.
Hands.
I guess to me, I've already forgotten what the question was. If I wanted another weapon besides myself?
Yeah.
Another hand!
Metal hands.
I always thought that I could have an apparatus that goes on the arm. Sort of like, you know how the World War II bazookas were? You put on your shoulder? Yeah, just a little bazooka that... Never mind. Never mind. Bazookas, no, you guys are too young for bazookas. How about a rocket launcher?
Who's too young for bazookas? Your kids don't know about bazookas.
You know what bazooka is?
Bazooka Joe.